I'm in a hopeless minority for the reason that the reaction to Trump's tariff declaration is something like knee-jerk. And we in India, we always have this kind of thing where a small thing is made so huge that people get panicky. And the share market, especially the stock market, behaves in that knee-jerk reaction. Anything happens, even if a fire broke in Delhi, suddenly the stock collapses, people sell, people buy, and all that. And therefore, there is no good model built over years. And there are many investors who are ready to invest if you give a good model of how to invest, in which stock to invest, when to invest. There is always the model failure. Lehman Brothers, as you know, overnight failed, having the best of two Nobel Prize winners and the best of the economists of the world working with them. And I'm in a hopeless minority. I say that this knee-jerk reaction, and I have reason for that. The reasons are very simple. Like our GDP is about 3,567 billion US dollars as on 2023. I am again there too. I am in hopeless minority that I do not believe these figures so strongly, but then there's nothing else is available. Fine. How much trade with US, how much export we have with US? The same year we have about 89.81 billion, which means we have about 2.51% of our GDP as, or compared to our GDP as our export. With tariff, it would go to 3.17 of the GDP. Now, which means that we will be spending a slightly more to export to US. Now, whom will it impact? There are certain industries which will have impact, provided they don't have the knee-jerk reaction and reduce their export quantity. The value of the export may be slightly increased, but then their export quantity, if it is it sets off the impact is likely to be quite low, and the impact estimated by the world's best kind of portals is on India minus 0.2, because India's export is not as high as one can make out or one can think of. China, yes, China will have certainly a strong, because Chinese exports, Bangladesh, yes, Pakistan, yes, but then it is not, India will not be in that league to have a huge impact on our export partners are US certainly, but UAE is major, China, Germany, UK, and then other small countries. In fact, India's export to US, whatever it is, that with tariff it will go to, with increased tariff, it will go to 113 billion US dollars. Now, out of this, say 3.17% will be the impact, will be taken as a shock by the exporters. Now, will that make a great difference in Indian economy? I remember 2007 we had the shock of this recession and there was a panic. Recession is going to be really a troublesome problem for us. Did it? No, it did not. Like the moment WTO came in 1995, in 1999 I worked on WTO cell impact on Indian economy. For the Ministry of Commerce, I was a member of the high power group which drafted Murasoli Maran's lecture to Doha. I was of the opinion that all this tariff game as well as the international trade game is like chess. How do you play? What is your intellectual capability to deal with the shock? And I know very well the resilience of the Indian market, Indian businessman, is far better is far better than many business persons in the world or business communities in the world. So they will be able to adjust the shock, whatever it is, minus 2%. But then the kind of thing that we expect or people have talked about is the market reaction, that the stocks will suddenly go down. Yes.
All right,
There
Mr.
is one thing
Deshpande. Thank you very much for being with us and detailing your thoughts and also bringing this entire subject in context for the benefit of our viewers. Now,